In 1969, the foundations of our success story were laid in Bursa. Welcome to Maysan Mando, Turkey's first and largest shock absorber manufacturer. Maysan Mando operates in the automotive sector and produces with competent personnel and high-tech machinery by complying with the high quality, information security, occupational health and safety, environment and sustainability standards of the original equipment manufacturer. As Maysan Mando, we carry forward within the scope of continuous improvement in compliance with IATF 16949 Automotive Quality Management System, ISO 9001 Quality Management System, ISO 14001 Environmental Management System, and ISO 45001 Occupational Health and Safety Management System standards, legal requirements, international sustainability goals, and customer expectations. Maysan Mando has been awarded with the Ford Q1 and Hyundai 5-star quality awards from its customer as a leading shock absorber manufacturer. Maysan Mando aims to achieve customer satisfaction beyond expectations by maintaining the point it has reached with its competent employees. This video contains the occupational safety and environmental rules to follow in the Maysan Mando. It is important to obey the rules during your visit for you and our employees. While driving around the factory, safe driving should be carried out carefully by maintaining the 20 km speed limit so as not to risk the service, delivery vehicles, and pedestrian traffic. If you have a vehicle, it should be parked backwards in the parking area directed by the security unit in an emergency situation without maneuvering. You should stop by our security unit as a first step at the entrance stage. Our factory is monitored with cameras all day long. Security Myro will inform you about the procedures that need to be completed before your visit. Your visitor registration will be created by the Security Myro, and you will be received a visitor's vest, occupational safety and environment visitor rules information handbook, and visitor ID card that you will carry with you to provide control. If you do not have occupational safety shoes, a steel nose will be delivered to you by the Security Myro, and in case of need earplugs, goggles, and other work-specific personal protective equipment should be used during your visit. After the login procedures are completed, the Security Myro will direct you to the waiting area. Now you are ready to enter our factory. The companion Myra will meet you in the waiting area. Taking photograph and shooting video are prohibited in our factory. Smoking is prohibited in the factory. There are 5 smoking areas defined in the factory. Here, you can take a coffee break from your workflows. In case of an emergency in our factory, the emergency alarm system will be activated. In case of an emergency, the companion Myra should contact the relevant persons using the transceiver or telephone. In cases where the companion Myra is not available, the Security Myro should be contacted by phone. In case of an emergency, accident, or similar injuries, the companion Myra or Security Myro should be contacted. If you hear the emergency alarm, our factory should be evacuated with companion Myra by following the emergency direction signs and making use of evacuation plans on each floor and in Occupational Safety and Environment Visitor Rules Handbook previously delivered to you. During the evacuation, with the companion Myra, you should be used to the nearest emergency exit door by following the yellow striped pedestrian path. During emergency situations, it is important for your safety and health to evacuate quickly by keeping your calm. You should go to the emergency assembly area with the companion Myra. It should be waited in the emergency assembly area until the counting and informing procedure. Waste management system is applied in our factory which has achieved the certificated level. All wastes are collected separately at the source, and the wastes are recycled or disposed of. Waste generated during the visit should be disposed of in designated waste bins. Areas such as chemical facilities, warehouses and transformers within the production areas are high-risk zones. Therefore, you should not enter these areas. Access to these areas must be done with a permit to work with the technician Mayro. During the visit to the production area, lifting equipment's pads should not be used. In our factory, the pads belonging to the pedestrian and lifting equipment are separated from each other with yellow lines and indicated on the ground. Warning signs in the areas should be obeyed during your visit to the production area. All the warning signs should be obeyed in factory and stay at a safe distance to moving parts and lifting equipment. If you are in our factory for subcontractor activities, you will be accompanied by the technician Mayro from the relevant unit. For subcontractor activities before starting, work permit document and additional personal protective equipment requirements will be declared for work and working area by the occupational safety specialist. In all works to be carried out in the factory, the directions of the technician Mayro and the warning signs in the vicinity must be followed. Before starting work in the relevant area, the work area should be surrounded by safety tape. When an unexpected malfunction is encountered in the machines during the maintenance activities carried out by the subcontractor companies, subcontractor company personnel or the technician Mayro must deactivate the machine by pressing the emergency stop button. Before all maintenance activities on the machines, it should be ensured that the machines are not working. After the maintenance activities on the machines are completed, it should be ensured that the security systems on the machine are activated. After the maintenance activities, the technician Mayro should manage the safe commissioning of the machine. Subcontractors are responsible for complying with the Maysan Mando working conditions during their working hours. Machines should not be interfered with while working. When the machine starts production after the maintenance activities, the personnel of the subcontractor company should not stop or operate the machine and equipment. If necessary, this process should be carried out in a controlled manner by the technician Mayro. In chemical storage areas, hazardous waste areas, natural gas stations, battery charging areas, cutting, grinding, welding, and similar operations that may cause fire or sparks near flammable or burning chemicals, cardboard and flammable materials should not be done. Fire extinguisher cabinet should not be used for any other purpose for emergency situation. Fire extinguisher cabinets should always be reachable for use and any material should not be placed in front of it. Any materials should not be left in front of the fire equipment area, emergency exit, and pedestrian paths. The locations of the fire equipment are defined and their places should not be changed during the work and visit. In the studies to be carried out with the chemical substance, the material safety data sheet of the relevant chemical must be shared with the Occupational Safety, Environment and Health Unit before the work, and if found appropriate, this study must be started. There's a wastewater pretreatment plant in our factory. All open pipelines are connected to the wastewater pretreatment plant and no chemicals should be poured into the open pipelines. There are chemical spill kits in our factory against all kinds of chemical spills. In case of chemical spillage during the operation, the technician Mayro should notify to the Occupational Safety and Environment Unit. The spill response process is managed by the technician Mayro. By wearing the personal protective equipment included in the chemical spill kits, surrounding the spill with chemical absorbent sausages and chemical absorbent pads, the spill response is provided in a controlled manner. All personal protective equipment, chemically contaminated absorbent pads and sausages used during the intervention are collected in the hazardous waste bag included in the chemical spill kit. All wastes generated after the work should be separated according to their types. If the waste is generated during subcontractor activities, it should be removed from the factory by the subcontractor company. All wastes generated in our factory are sent to licensed recycling and disposal companies according to waste types. Recycling wastes are taken by licensed recycling vehicles. Hazardous wastes are taken by licensed hazardous waste vehicle from our factory. After your visit, you should check out from the security office and you should deliver check-in items to the security Myro. Thank you for complying with the occupational safety and environmental rules during your visit. Let's never forget our responsibility to ourselves, our family, and the environment.